Welcome to the introduction of how to use Screencastify. We're going to look at how to install Screencastify on your Chrome, how we're going to record and what you can possibly record, and then go over where that is saved and how you can share that out with students. So we're just going to get started with getting Screencastify installed on your computer. So first you need to have a Chrome browser open. And because the Screencastify does work with Chrome. So this can be on your Chromebook. It can also be on your teacher computer as long as you have Chrome open. And we're just going to do a quick Google search for the Google Chrome Store. And that will bring up our very first search will be for the Chrome Web Store. And when I click on that up here in the search window, I'm going to search for Screencastify. And one thing that you'll notice when you do any searches in the Chrome Web Store is that you have apps and then you also have extensions. Extensions are the little guys that pop up here on the side of your Chrome. You don't want to have too many extensions installed, or at least have a way to put them to sleep, so that because they're constantly running and something that can really slow things down with your device. So you'll see that Screencastify is the first extension that pops up here. And mine currently says rate it, but yours, if you don't have it installed, will say add to Chrome. Your students do currently have Screencastify available to them. So if you like the way that this looks for screen capture, it's definitely something that you can ask your students to create. So because I already have it installed, you'll see that the little extension is showing up right here. And when I hover over it, it says Screencastify Screen Video Recorder. So when I am done with that, I'm going to go ahead and come back here to my presentation. You want to get to the tab or the window that you're going to be recording on if you're actually doing a screen capture. So I'm going to just click on this button and show you some options that we have. First, we have the option of what we want to capture. We can capture just the tab that we are currently on, which is probably the most common of what we're going to do. We can choose to capture the entire desktop. So let's say we have a couple of different windows we want to show, or we're going to be flipping back and forth between a couple of different tabs, then that would be an option that you would want to use. And then finally we have the camera. If we choose camera, this is not going to be recording anything on your screen, and it is only going to be recording you, your face, whatever your webcam is pointed at. All the Chromebooks for high school students and yourself have a camera that is enabled, so you can go ahead and do screencasting with a camera right from your desktop, or right from your Chromebook, I'm sorry. If you had a teacher computer and you wanted to do this with a camera, you would need an additional webcam that is installed or some way to actually view that. If your computer does not have one, that might not be an option that you can choose. So I'm going to choose to record just the tab that I am on. You can see that I have the microphone set, and I can select the type of microphone if I have a couple of different microphones. Right now I'm using an external microphone called a Snowball. Just gives me a little bit better sound quality when I'm recording. I also have a built-in microphone that I can use, but I'm going to use my Snowball. And then this option here, the tab audio. This is if you have maybe something that's flash-based and you're going to there's some sound that's included on that website that you want students to hear. I know that when I do PhET simulations for physics, that there would be crashes and there would be certain things that happen. And I want my students to be able to hear those things when I'm doing interactions. So I would leave that tab audio on so that those things can happen. If you're going to be talking over something, and you're going to be fighting with that, you might want to leave that tab audio off. So that's an option. And then finally we have the video option. So even if you are doing a screen capture of a tab, you can still also include the video of yourself, and that would go in the bottom right corner. You can obviously change that. So if I want it to be in the top so that I know where my text is always going to have to stay away from, I can choose to make that the top right. Same option if you have a built-in and then you also have an external webcam, you can choose that. I don't have an external webcam because I have one built in, so I'm just going to use the one that is built in. And I can also choose to show a preview window. If I choose to show a preview window, what that's going to do is give me a preview of my web video so I can see what I look like while I'm recording, and I can make sure that it's out of all of the way of the text and everything else. So when I feel like I have all my settings, I'm going to go ahead and leave the webcam on so that you can see what that looks like. And when you feel like you have all your settings ready to go and you're ready, what you're going to do is you're going to hit start recording. I want you to keep your eye up here on this extension, because what you're going to see when it starts recording is you're going to see a little red dot appear, which means that your recording is live. Your webcam probably also has a light on it that will turn on when it's starting to record. So I'm going to choose start recording, and up here we will see that little red light come on. And here's the preview again of what my Screencastify is going to look like. So I can see myself here in the little corner, and I can see my whole screen right here. It's sometimes nice to have that preview, because if I want to pause what I'm recording, because I need to cough. So I'm going to hit pause, and then I'm going to cough, or maybe I need a drink. I can do something like that. And then I can jump right back into it and hit resume again. And you'll see that this is not included in my Screencastify. So hit resume, and then I can keep recording like nothing ever happened. So let's say that I want to show my students how to change themes. So I have my themes pulled up here, and I can show them you already have all these things installed on your Google slide. And if you just click another theme, again, you'll see that there's the mouse there, and automatically it changes that theme. I don't like that. Notice what happens when I click. A little red circle appears so that I can see, your students can clearly see that you're clicking somewhere. Let's say I want to show them how to include a new slide. I click that and say title for demo purposes. Add neat stuff. Okay. So that gives them an idea of, let's say you're trying to show them something and make that nice and quick. So now what I'm going to do when I'm all done is I'm going to come back up here to this Screencastify. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to choose stop recording. When I stop recording, you'll see, I'm going to pause this. It automatically goes. Okay, you'll see that it automatically takes you to the next window, and it has an untitled screencast, and it automatically starts playing for you. So I'm just going to tap up here and say, title it whatever I want. And when I am done, you will see that it says over here, stored on drive. So it's automatically synced up with my drive, and I'm good. If I want to download it, I can. If I want to preview it, I can. So let's say that I want to show my students how to change up here so that I can see your. And you can click on through your entire video, and it's going to show you everything that's going on. Notice that my preview window is not down in here in the corner. That was only for me. So if that's going to be covering up something that you're going to be working on, then you might want to be mindful of that preview, because you're not going to be able to point to anything or click anything down there because your preview will be in the way. We can share directly from this screen. So I can choose share, and we can post it to YouTube if you have your own YouTube, or you can just keep it from Google Drive. And here you can control your privacy settings automatically. So I can say that I just want it public, anyone can find it. I want it unlisted, so that means that anybody with the link can view it. I want it just public at MCCSC, or unlisted, meaning somebody would have to have an MCCSC account and the link to see it, or just anybody with the MCCSC account can find it. Again, if you leave it at private, then nobody else is going to be able to see this. So I'm just going to say public at MCCSC and save that privacy. And then I can come down here to the bottom, click on this link, and copy this link, and then I can paste that into Google Classroom or wherever I want to share with students, and they will then have access to this video. So it's a great way if you don't want to actually post to YouTube, because students cannot see YouTube videos. You can host it go straight to your drive, bypass YouTube completely, and then share that link with students, and they will be able to view it all the time. If you have any other questions about screencasting or recording videos, please feel free to shoot me an email and let me know. Happy screencasting!